Hello again everyone, Saka here and welcome back to another episode of Planet Zoo Career Mode. And when we last left off, we got our silver medal in the Nevada State Eco Zoo and we were working on our gold medal. So we need one more habitat species in the zoo and higher than 85% overall. That should be pretty easy to do. We should be able to get that done today. Power everything with renewable energy. So what we were doing was in our mechanic research, we were researching the power, and it's almost done. We can start replacing all of our power plants with renewable energy, so that should be easily done today. We need to release 7 Timberwolves to the wild. That's in the long term, as well as getting all 13 different animals in the zoo. That's the long play indeed. Looking at our animals in the zoo itself, we can sort and go Timberwolf, and as soon as these youngins grow up, and we have one that's 2.2 years, 2.2 years, and 1.6, so we can release a couple Timberwolves from the zoo back to back, and we've got a male and a female here who are in their adult years, so that is awesome. Just looking through and making sure that we don't have, okay, so we've got some little flamingos, that's good. We have 2 of everything. Oh, we have a 3rd Brazilian pink spider who is just newborn. We'll release that one to the wild. 2 conservation credits. It all adds up when we need to spend conservation credits the whole way. And I hope that when we put down renewable energy, our conservation credits will grow as well. All right, so we have some African buffaloes we might be able to release in the future. We have a Baird's tapir who will be able to release in the future. Then 2 of everything else, it seems. Yes, indeed. All right, so what we need to do is while we wait for our mechanic to get the renewable energy research, we can try to find one more animal to place down in an exhibit, preferably one that doesn't require water, because right now access to water is really limited. We've had to scoot our enclosures far away from the zoo, and you know what I might have to do is start building, say over here, running a path over this way. And that's a long, long walk for our people. We'd have to set up a whole new staff area to service that. But the people could work if we put a big old loop around here. But let's go ahead into animal trading and see exactly what we need and do they need water. So we've got the Baird's tapir, we have the orangutan. I don't believe they need water, but they need climbing space, and they're very, very expensive. Yeah, they need 8,396 feet square water, so that's going to be a tad bit difficult, if I'm honest. We've got gharials, we've got flamingos, we've got Himalayan brown bears. We don't have any hippos. We can afford 1 hippo. The Indian elephants are going to take a long time to get. We've got Nile monitors. Now, the red pandas, we may be able to afford a pair of them. All right, so we don't have any red pandas in the zoo. Just making sure, double sure. So no red pandas in the zoo. So red pandas look to be the next thing that is going to go into our zoo, since we can grab a pair of them at a time. Do they need... So they just need a little bit of climbing, no water, and grade 2 climb proof. So what we can do is extend this walkway from the bears, perhaps. Now that's going to be a little bit tricksy unless we come out here. But that's a little bit odd. What we're going to do is get the pair of red pandas before they go away. And then I'm going to scout and see if we can find a decent enclosure. So we'll get red panda. Adopt for 129, and then the best female. You're fertile. It will be her. All right, sweet. So we've got a pair of red pandas now, and when we put them down, hopefully their happiness will increase. Yeah, we might be able to put them right over here. All right, so we can connect up the staff path to the bottom. We can extend this path out if need be. And since they require climb-proof barriers, we can go ahead and put the corrugated fence down and then extend this path over. So I will go ahead and get the red panda enclosure set up just off of this corner. Make sure they have enough space and be right back. Alright, vet research is done. That is next up on the docket, the Himalayan brown bear level 2. What that's going to do is give us a new toy, a better education, and a fun fact. Always good to boost the education. The more educated guests are, the more conservation credits we earn. And as you can see, we have made an enclosure here. And this is kind of wonky. It said we were obstructed, but I was able to raise up that path and then do a nice big cut over so they can look down and they can look out. So waiting for our red panda to arrive, and here is the first red panda right next to our little staff area over here. Can't find accessible staff room with space. Yeah, after we get renewable energy, it might be cool. Hey, that's the next thing. So that is having species with an average rating of 85 or above. Nice. So that is red pandas. All right, so we have quite a bit of work to do here. They need some climbing space and they need grass. All right, let's go ahead and put some grass down in here, shall we? All right, so they don't need long grass, they need short grass. Lots and lots of short grass. We can oblige. All right, so that's the short grass done, and too much sand. So we'll just keep on keeping on. All right, so now we need some soil, it looks like. So we'll put some soil over here in place of the sand. Yeah, and that gets rid of all of the sand. We've got a bit of soil, a bit of grass. Now they just need climbing. Now I'm not good at building a climbing thing, but I will do my best here for our red panda. If I sort by species, do we still get the pieces to build? That way it'll make it easier to get everything done at once. Yes, indeed. All right, so 132 for the toy enrichment. Let's go dog ball. That's going to be 4 out of 2. Now we need play. So there is a box for 50. We have a ball for another 100 and another ball. And that will be max enrichment right out of the get-go. That is good to see. We don't have to worry about our plant diversity because we already have that ticked off. So we don't need to worry about plants unless they need some, and they do. It would be interesting to see if the plants provide climbing, but it probably doesn't. So what we'll do is I will construct a climbable platform apparatus here for our red panda and be right back. All right, 2 little climbing Vs. That will be more than enough climbing for them. Now we need our plant coverage in here. That will go Asia Taiga Temperate. Easily done. Asia Taiga Temperate, and let's try a beach sapling. Okay, that's going to be 11%. Let's try ourselves a broken Scots pine. That's pretty cool. So another plant in there. Let's try a cypress tree. All right, so that's a little bit more coverage for them. A larch. Yeah, this might indeed take the cake. All right, so that is enough plants and enough coverage to suit them. So let's look at their overall welfare right now. So that is 68 on the social. There we go. So just nutrition. So last but not least, we'll put down our water pipe. Let's put that down over here. And then we'll put down our feeder. And it would be the arboreal feeding platform. And let's just put it there for them. Supposed to be up in the air, but that works just fine. All right, so do we have power out in this area? Yes, we do. So plenty of power. We can put down some more education. So let's find us a donation bin. That donation bin actually needs to be moved. And then we'll duplicate that. And put a couple right along the path here for our red panda. All right, sweet. All right. And we'll duplicate these guys up. and make this the Red Panda area. Especially by the donation bins where people will want to walk for sure. So as they walk, they should be getting nice and educated. All right, there we go. Let's see if we can coax some people into coming to see our little red panda. Very, very nice. And it looks like our first visitors are here. All right, so walking along. Hopefully they'll get educated. These facility buildings are ruining my experience. Oh, that transformer. Yeah, well, I tell you what. Once we get the renewable energy, we will be fine. Oh, temperature. All right, thank you for that. So temperature is all wrong. It must be much too hot. All right, let's go ahead and look at the Zoopedia and see what kind of temperature they like. 0 to 29. All right, so that's definitely a cooler. Let's go ahead and get a cooler down. And it's sort of tough to see the extent here. But I believe if we lower this down to, say, 10 Celsius or 11, then we'll duplicate that and put that in the back. So that should be plenty of coverage there. And it doesn't have to work too awful hard to lower that temperature. Boxed outside its habitat. Well, what is it doing over there? The Gariel is at the entrance of the zoo. Haven't seen that before. But yeah, go ahead and schedule that delivery. Yeah, I have no idea why in the world an animal would be at the entrance. I mean, that's a pretty cool thing to see an animal right at the entrance, but it's in a box. So we definitely don't want to do that. How is the red panda now? Everything should be awesome. Yeah, 99% on that happiness. So ideal temperature, everything is looking good. No donations thus far. But people are walking by, getting nice and educated. And once we learn... Oh, another vet research. Is that our disease? No, Himalayan brown bear. I thought we had someone researching disease. We do, Elise. So Elise is still researching disease, but we've already boosted the brown bear. Food, breeding, and toy. Can't go wrong with that. More education bonus is a good thing for us. As in our zoo, wow, so the red panda is the most appealing. Oh, because of their welfare? Looking really good. We might shift to the red panda research then. If it's going to be our most appealing and people want to see it more often than not, we'll go ahead and get McMahon to start researching the red panda. And at the second level, we'll get a 50% education boost. If everyone is going to come to see the red panda, we definitely want to do that. Yeah, and it's this transformer that seems to be giving off bad mojo. Yeah, so right here as they are on the walkway. That research done again. Is that our disease? Nope, that's our solar power. All right. So let's get on that. We'll continue to research the solar panel. We have the wind turbine now. Yeah, if we covered this thing with a shell and clip that through. Yeah, now it's 40%. Yeah, now it, unless they're leaning up on this rail, it's not going to matter. So that is cool and dandy. All right, so we have powered everything in the zoo with renewable energy. We need to release 6 more wolves into the wild and get those last 3 habitat species. All right, so hopefully our conservation rating is going to go up with these wind generators. They're conservation friendly. So that should help us out gaining those credits. All right, so looking towards the future at animal trading to see what we are going to need. So the Bornean orangutan is 500. We need to get double the amount of conservation credits we currently have. Hippo will probably be the next one within reach. Now, the Indian elephant would be really nice and really, really appealing. We could extend this pathway out, say over here, and loop it back around and have this be the Indian elephant enclosure, so that might not be a bad thing. We've got Nile monitors, red pandas, saltwater crocs, snow leopard, 316 all alone. All right, so it looks as if, yeah, staff room with space. Tell you what we'll do. We haven't researched a new staff room yet, but what we'll do is we'll put down another group of staff rooms nearby. So there's one with plenty of space. We'll put another one down here with plenty of space. Now, is that negative impact? No. Okay, so it's nice and secluded. So those are those two. And just for the time being, just in case, we'll put a staff room right over here and help them out as well. Cleanliness, get a keeper. Everyone's probably already getting pretty tired. We've got that done. Getting the cleanliness down. And now it's just going to be a matter of seeing where we can fit what. So with 307 conservation credits, we could almost afford a snow leopard. We've got red pandas. Can't afford the Indian elephant just yet, or the hippo. And those are the last three. Hippo, Indian elephant, and the snow leopard. We can get one in right now. And she's almost an elder. So it might be worth it to save up some conservation credits here. Let the game run just a little bit and make sure that we can continue producing conservation credits before we buy the next thing. So I will wait and see if we can get enough to purchase, say, the Indian elephant. Hopefully a pair would be nice. And yeah, it's going to be a big waiting game for sure. So I will wait and be right back. All right, first level of red panda is done. Let's see what that gives us here. So toys, fun facts, food, and toys. What we can do is, since we're making all kinds of bank, I wonder if I can adjust their food from this menu, or if I would have to go to a certain habitat. Exhibits. So they're all operational. Food? Yeah, we can do that. So we know grade 1, grade 1, grade 2, grade 3, grade 2, grade 1, grade 2, grade 1, grade 2, grade 3. There we go. So now with all of our extra amount of food here, that will help the animals become even more happy. And the lowest welfare we've got is the African buffaloes here. Looking at their habitat, it's cleanliness, and they need food enrichment. Did we learn anything by the by that will help us with the African buffalo as we are researching this stuff? So do they already have their barrel feeder? They do, and they could use a scratch post. We'll go ahead and put down their rubbing pillar, increase up their welfare just a bit. And temperature. So we might need to get in a heater or a cooler. All right, so what would you like there, African buffalo? 16 to 40. So yeah, it's just a tad bit too hot. All right, we can do that. Let's go cooler. Put that pretty much right in the center and only drop that by a few degrees. Let's just say go down to 35. So it doesn't have to cool too awful much. And then our buffalo's temperature should increase. And then it's just the cleanliness that they're looking out for, as well as that food enrichment. All right, Habitat 2. Yeah, it's like the keeper walked in and saw it and said, nah, can't be bothered. Something bad happened in here. It wouldn't have taken 2 seconds to pull out your pooper scooper and get this place good to go. Yeah, hopefully one keeper is on their way quickly here. And call a keeper for that. So do we have enough staff? That's the next question that I see. So caretakers are split. Yeah, the keepers are still overwhelmed. 1, a 2, a 3, and a 4. Welcome to the zoo. All right, so that should be nice and straight. We've got those extra staff rooms, so everything should be fine. We've got renewable energy, and we're up to 451 conservation credits. What is that going to get us in the grand scheme of things? A female snow leopard, not a male. We could only get one. Then looking at the Indian elephants, we can only get one. And they're kind of old. We can get some younger hippos, but that, again, goes back to the water thing. So our hippo enclosure would need to come off of the Gariel, like far enough that they can get down the ramp, because they're big. Yeah, it's going to be tough to get hippos in here, and I don't want to do that quite yet. So it looks like we might be getting some snow leopards, as long as they don't need any water requirements. Yeah, no water or climbing, just grade 2 climb proof higher than 10 feet. I think this walkway will be higher than 10 feet. Then we can just extend that walkway over and have the snow leopards over here. Connect the path up right through the middle. That might not be a bad thing to do. Essentially, we need to get just enough credits that we can get all 13 species down while they're all still alive. So we don't need 2 of each. We only need 1. But we need to make sure that we can put them 1, 2, 3 back to back and get them at least all in the zoo. All right, that's Red Panda level 2. We were working on our education bonus and food enrichment. I don't know if the African buffalo will share that food enrichment or not, but that's an education bonus for more conservation credits. Just out of curiosity, let's head on over to our African buffalo and see if maybe we did learn some extra enrichment. So, nope, just the barrel feeder. So whatever we learn for the red panda does not compute. All right, so we have enough. I think we can grab the snow leopard and then the Indian elephant, and then we will try to extend. We can grab one Indian elephant. And that's 6,300 appeal versus the 5,000 appeal. I believe the Indian elephant would do us more good. And they live a lot longer too. If we look at their life expectancy, yeah, they live 61 years. So that one that is up for bids will still live a long time, 36 years. All right, we'll go ahead and claim our male Indian elephant. So Indian elephant is now in, but the Indian elephant requires navigable swimming area, and that would be putting the elephant all the way over here. So what we're going to do is just make sure that the elephant is happy everywhere else. So let's go ahead and get their terrain set up. We need a lot more short grass, a lot less sand, in fact, no sand at all. We'll also see if we need to adjust the temperature. So I'll go ahead and get this elephant enclosure set up and be right back. All right, so with what we know, we have 85% on the enrichment, meaning an overall 91% happiness on the elephant. What's really hurting is the social group. They're a group of 3, usually, but what we can do is at least keep this elephant happy, despite the lack of swimming area and despite the lack of other elephants. Looking at the space, though, you know, they're not happy not having their water, but hopefully happy enough to keep on keeping on, getting more conservation credits. So I'll go through in between episodes, make sure that each animal has their highest level of food quality. That way we can keep happiness at a premium. And then we'll work on getting conservation credits because there are only 2 more animals that we need to place down. We have the Bornean orangutan and we have the snow leopard. So once we can get those down, even if but for a moment, then we can get that done, release them if need be, and then it's the long slog to release 7 timber wolves into the wild. Can we do that now? How about our timber wolves? Nope, so we've got 3 regular old timber wolves who are aging up. That'll go a long way, but we need her to keep working. So that will do it for me in this episode of Planet Zoo Career Mode, everyone. I think next episode will be the last one in this particular zoo, because it's going to be a lot of waiting. So we'll put down the last few animals and then work on those timber wolves. But that will do it for me. Like, share, and subscribe if you are so bold. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I will see you in the next Planet Zoo video. Take care.